Hello everyone, in this video I'll show you how to use if statements in structured text. To start, I'll right click on application, go to add object, then select poll. I'll name this poll level, then set its type to function block and choose structured text as the programming language. Then I'll click add. And just as a quick reminder, we also have other videos in the same playlist that explain each type of poll in more detail. Let's declare the variables for this function block. Under var input, I'll declare the input variables. So let's say tank level of type integer, high set point, and low set point. Next, I'll declare two output variables under var output, high alarm of type boolean and low alarm of the same type. Now that the variables are declared, we can start implementing the if logic. So let's say if tank level is greater than high set point, then let's set high alarm to true. Otherwise, let's set high alarm to false. Now, this is how a conditional statement works. The if keyword evaluates a condition like this one, and if the condition is true, the instructions after the then keyword are executed. Otherwise, the instructions after the else keyword are executed. Now, let's create the same logic for the low alarm, which is quite similar. So I'll just copy and paste this one and replace high set point with low set point. Let's also change the comparison operator and replace high alarm by low alarm. In this case, if the tank level falls below the low set point, the low alarm becomes true. Otherwise, it remains false. Now, let's go back to user PRG and create a new network. Now, I'll insert the level function block that we've just created. To do that, I'll select a box with enable from the toolbox and name it level. I'll remove this contact so it always stays enabled. Now, let's assume this block is monitoring tank 1. So I'll create a variable called level underline T1 of type integer and assign it to the tank level input. Now, for the set points, I'll use 80 for the high set point and 20 for the low set point. Now, for the outputs, let's use output underline 00 and output underline 01. And these variables are mapped in the integrated I/O GVL, which I've covered in a previous video in the same playlist. Now let's run the simulation. Okay. Now initially level T1 is equal to 0. Since 0 is less than 20, the low alarm condition is true, so output 01 is activated. This happens because the low alarm variable receives the value true. Now let's change level T1 to 30. Press Ctrl F7 to write. As a result, both outputs remains turned off. Now let's increase level T1 to 90. Since 90 is greater than the high set point of 80, the high alarm becomes active. This demonstrates how if statements can be used to implement conditional logic in structured text. They provide a simple and powerful way to make decisions based on process values and are widely used when creating function blocks and control algorithms. In the next video, we will see how to add an enable condition to control when this function block is executed.